Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to share my biggest book unhaul that I have ever done on my channel in the last 4 to 5 years. Like, this is all-time history, high number of books leaving my possession and maybe possibly going into one of yours. So if you missed my last video, I did a huge state of my bookshelves video. It took me all night on a Friday night to do that, and I shared it with you guys. My bookshelves were a mess. I had a lot of books that I needed to unhaul, and I'm here unhauling them with you today. If you're interested in any of these books, check my Depop shop, which will be listed in the description box of this video, and go ahead and maybe you're interested in one of these and you'll buy it and I'll mail it to you and then it will be yours. So I have a mix of poetry, graphic novels, series, trilogies, paperbacks, hardbacks, YA, adult. I have a little bit of everything. So the reasons why I'm getting rid of these books, for every single book that I'm getting rid of, is either because I read it and it wasn't really a favorite, so I'm letting it go. I read it and did not like it, or I didn't read it and I'm just not interested anymore, or I've had it on my shelves for so long and haven't picked it up, so what's to think that I would, because if I haven't reached for it by now, I probably won't. So those are the reasons for basically everything, or maybe I received it in a subscription box or from a publisher and I'm just not interested. So that's basically what all of these books are. They've been acquired from different things. Some have been gifted to me, some have been sent to me, some are from subscription boxes, some I've picked up in thrift stores, some I've bought full price, some of them are read, some of them are unread, and I just have so many books I need to go ahead and dive in, share them with you. Again, check my Depop shop if you are interested in a particular book or series or several books. The first one is a book that I picked up at the book exchange. It's Women's Wicked Wisdom, and it's over 2,000 quotations from Mary Shelley to Courtney Love. It's a little book, and it's just basically tons and tons and tons of quotes. Also, this copy of Little Women, I got this from Book Depository, or not Book Depository, the Book Outlet, and this was not the copy that I was hoping for. I didn't know it was the paperback copy. The font is a good size, so it's just a small book. So if this is something that you're interested in, it's never been read, so I'm getting rid of lots of poetry. Some of it is highlighted in, some of it is not. No Matter the Wreckage by Sarah Kay, The Second Sex by Maggie Robbins, The Sun and Her Flowers by this poet. I'm getting rid of my Non-Spawn Zine by Ariel Bassett, The Chaos of Longing, Puffin Food by Ariel Bassett and a couple of other booktubers, B, which is by Sarah Kay, Philadelphia, which is a hand-bound signed edition poetry little book that I picked up while I took a trip to Richmond, Virginia. Reflections of Life, Joy, Love, Peace, and Happiness by Martha Jean Linton. This is my mother's neighbor. I'm getting rid of this one. I'm getting rid of these 4 tribe journals that I picked up at the book exchange. I'm getting rid of both of my Saul Williams poetry collections that I have not read, and I'm getting rid of Milk and Honey as well, Abstract Heart by J. Ironword. I'm getting rid of this one that I actually, it was one of those book outlet drunk orders that I did. It's Motherland, Fatherland, Homeland Sexuals by Patricia Lockwood. I actually did try to read it once and it was just too weird. Graphic novels that I'm getting rid of: Marbles, Mania, Depression, Michelangelo, and Me. This is a graphic memoir. I really did enjoy this and I actually learned quite a bit from it, but I'm not going to read it again. I've never read this. This is V for Vendetta, and it's like in colored newsprint form, so if you're interested in that, this one's never been read. This is called Grave Site, and this is a graphic novel. I have not read this one. Volume 1 of Why the Last Man. I really did enjoy the story and I like where it's headed, but I haven't picked up any more volumes in this graphic novel set or comic, and I just don't think I'm going to anytime soon, so I'm going to let this go. I absolutely love Edward Scissorhands, but I only have the first volume here and I haven't picked up any more in this series, so I'm going to let it go. I really liked Princeless. I got this from Sylvia at Wish Fulfillment, volume 1 for my birthday or Christmas or something like that, and I really did like this as well, but I haven't picked up any more volumes in this series. And then Rat Queens volumes 1 and 2, I did like these, but for basically for comics and graphic novels now, I use the Hoopla app just because I don't feel like spending full price unless it's something like I absolutely adore, like Saga, and I'm keeping my sagas. Okay, now moving on to some complete series. So I have the Vampire Academy whole entire set, Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, Last Sacrifice, all by Rochelle Mead. And I actually read the first book twice and I just have not had a chance to continue in the series, and I've had this on my shelf for a very long time. The only book that has been read is the first one. None of the other books have actually even been read by me. I have The Wolves of Timber Falls trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater, books 1, 2, and 3. So the first one is Shiver, next up is Linger, and the third one is Forever. I do love Maggie Stiefvater. She's a local author, and I did read Shiver. I like how it's written and the font matches the cover of the book. But yeah, I never got around to reading these. And this one is signed. So it's signed right there by Maggie Stiefvater. So if you're interested, I have that available, and these will be listed on my Depop shop. I also am finally getting rid of the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. So the Hunger Games is paperback, and then I have the hardcover copies of Mockingjay or Catching Fire and Mockingjay. As I shared in my State of My Bookshelves video, my friend Penelope from BookTube sent me her hardcover copies of both of her copies of Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, and Restore Me. So I am getting rid of my paperback copies of Shatter Me, Unravel Me, and Ignite Me. I'm also getting rid of my 50 Shades trilogy, so 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Free. These are the paperback copies. I got these at my library book sale, but they seem to be in really good condition other than like the little sticker in the front, which you could probably easily take off. The last series that I'm getting rid of is the Mortal Instruments. This is pretty much like basically the boxed set. So I have City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, City of Heavenly Fire, all by Cassandra Clare, and I've only read City of Bones, and this is not even the copy that I read, and I think I've actually read this book twice now, preparing to read the series, but it just never happened. Okay, the next books that I am sharing are all books that I just have like the first book in the series or standalones that are all YA. And some of these I have received from subscription boxes, so they are signed, so I will show you that as well. So the first one is Defy the Stars by Claudia Gray. Love her Firebird series. I just have not picked this up. Got this from Uppercase. That bookmark's in here, and it is signed. Naomi Novak's Spinning Silver. This is like Uprooted. Again, got this from Uppercase. It is signed right here. So if you're interested, check out my Depop shop. Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios. Love Heather Demetrios as an author, but this is part of a series. I think this is like a Janie story, so I was super interested, but I'm not devoting my time to like series and stuff like that as much as I used to. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my series, as you saw. Toil and Trouble, 15 Tales of Women of Witchcraft. I tried to read this this fall, and I never got around to it. I read the first couple of stories. I wasn't really that interested. It has like my hair in it, sorry. This does have, let's see, it does have one ripped page right here, just FYI, but yeah. So pretty much unread. This paperback copy of John Green's An Abundance of Catherine's. I got this way back in the day. Like I read Fault in Our Stars, and I read Looking for Alaska, and then I wanted to get all of his other books, so I got this one. I've never even read it. It actually has the little bookmark from my local independent bookstore right inside Prince Books. The Layover, I talked about this in my worst books, but you might like it. I don't know. My copy of Emergency Contact, The Distance from Me to You, that's been unread. My copy of Paper Towns by John Green, which I'm also sending with this, I don't even know which way it goes. I think it goes like this. These bookmarks that I got from my Uppercase subscription box, those will be going with this book if you are interested on my Depop shop. Then I picked up this copy of My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I heard a lot about this, a contemporary story that I would probably be interested in, but it is YA and I'm kind of getting out of that. I'm also getting rid of my copy, my Barnes & Noble special edition of Children in Blood and Bone. It does have, or it did have, the map and annotated chapter. I took the map out, so it does not have the map in it anymore. I think it was right here at the end. Yeah, it was right here at the end, so it actually does not have the map, but obviously it still has the annotated chapter. So if you're interested in that. A Fire and Stars, this is a book that I got in my subscription box, one of my subscription boxes, and I thought it was signed. Maybe it didn't come in uppercase, but yes, I have that one. Three Dark Crowns by Kendall Blake. And this one I got an owl crate, so it comes with like the little owl crate letter, and it comes with a book plate signed by the author if you're interested in that. I have never read it. Walk on Earth a Stranger by Ray Carson. I really like Ray Carson's other trilogy. I don't even know. Oh, it's up here. You can't really see it. But I only read the first book in that, and I'm not really interested in reading this anymore. But it does come with this discussion guide if you're interested. The memory book. Oh, I actually need to take my tabs out of this one. But I got this as a present from Sabrina at Steakachino. And I read it and I enjoyed it, and now I'm ready to pass it out to someone else in the world so that they can enjoy it. It's all better. And then When Dimple Met Rishi, I enjoyed this one, but I read it and I'm ready for someone else to have it. This one also has tabs that I will have to remove, and it does have some highlighting in it. So next up is White as Silence, read as song. I don't even remember where I got this from. It might have been sent to me from a publishing company. Ignite the Stars was one of my more recent uppercase subscription boxes. So it does come with a bookmark, and it is signed right here inside the cover. I almost hauled this once before, and then I heard how amazing it was, and I thought that I would push through it and try, but I still have not attempted to pick it up, so I'm finally letting it go. I also have Blanca and Roja, which has the uppercase box thing and is signed. A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. I really did enjoy this book. It made I think it made my best of 2017 list, but ready to let that one go. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. Have a full review of this on my channel if you are interested. That one. And the last YA book is Little Monsters by Kara Thomas. This is a book I probably would not have picked up, but it was getting a lot of buzz and I needed to read it for some type of panel I was going to be on. So those are all the YA books. Now let's hop into the adult books. Okay, so this is my last category, my adult books. It's a variety of genres and things like that. If you're interested in any of these, I will try to list them all on my Depop shop. So again, same thing as the last stacks, variety of reasons why I'm getting rid of them. And before I go ahead and jump into these, I did want to tell you that I am temporarily saving my collection of Patricia Cornwell. I'm giving myself one more shot to read it, but it's not even going on my shelf. I have them sitting in a Tupperware right over there. I'm looking at them, and if I don't start reading that first book soon, out they go. And then Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. One more shot, because I already have Crooked Kingdom on my Audible. I already bought it, so I should try to give it a shot at least. But I do need to go back and read Six of Crows and then Crooked Kingdom. Maybe with the Netflix show coming up, maybe I'll be motivated. I do not know, but I'm giving it one more shot for those books. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump to the ones that I'm getting rid of. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This was my April 2018 Book of the Month book, and I did read one other book by Lisa Jewell that I absolutely loved. So maybe you would like that one. Cross Her Heart by Sarah Pembroke. Read Bottom Up by Neil Shaw and Sky Chatham. Vincent and Theo. I'm sad I'm getting rid of this book. I was really looking forward to it, and I think it would be a really cool book to read. I've tried to read it twice, and I've never gotten into it. I'm Thinking of Anythings by Ian Reid. Really liked this one. In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. The Raven Room by Anna. Yeah. Born Darkly, Darkly Madly Duet Book 1. Our Kind of Cruelty, which was my April 2018 Book of the Month. I'm getting rid of We Should All Be Feminists. I really like this. It's short. I need to get it out into the world so more people buy this. And this Margaret Atwood book, The Year of the Flood, is the second book in a series. I thought it was the first. It's not. I'm going to get rid of it. My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. Girl Boss. Night Film by Marisha Pessel. This was a really interesting book, so if you've never read this, I recommend that. Blackfin Sky. This is one of the books that I had on my bookshelf since before I started BookTube, and I just never have gone back and picked it up to read. So it's been on my bookshelf for way too freaking long. Between Shades of Grey. I actually was hunting for this book for a while because I really wanted to give it a go, but I've never picked it up. I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. Mary Kate Andrews, The Weekenders. Girls in the Moon by Janet McNally. This was one that I got at the Book Thing of Baltimore. This was the January 2017 Book of the Month. Glow by Ned Bowman. Never got around to reading this. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. Bad Mommy by Taryn Fisher. Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. Ghosted by Rosie Walsh. This is my July 2018 Book of the Month pick. The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. Sorority by Genevieve Sly Crane. Switch by Megan Hart. Stranger in the House by Sherry LaPena. Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And then two Jojo Moyes books, The Girl You Left Behind and 1+1. So if you could only see the stack of books that I am they're piled around me. Again, check my Depop shop. It will take me a while to list all of them. The series and stuff like that, and the trilogies, I'm not splitting those up. So if you want those, you have to buy the entire thing. That just makes it easier on me. And who knows, maybe eventually in a couple months I'll tell you that I'm getting rid of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom and all of my Patricia Cornwell, and those will be up on my Depop shop as well. But for now, this is the stuff that I'm listing. Like I said, it will probably take me a while to list everything, but I wanted to let you know because usually people do unhauls and then people are like, oh no, don't get rid of that book. And then you're like, okay, here's your chance to buy it. So check out my Depop shop. It's listed in the description box. That's all for today's video. Thank you for joining me. I unhauled a lot of books. I feel great about it. I feel great about my shelves. I have room to grow now. And it just feels so freeing letting go of what you're not using anymore. But that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!